Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to another video log. Going through what I've been up to on the last month and what you can expect coming next on the next few weeks on the channel. Also as a report for my Patreon supporters. If you want to support this channel and all the things I do, not just on the YouTube channel but on other places as well, you can go to patreon.com/psnf, donate whatever you are comfortable with, and that will help to get new stuff for the channel, new hardware, new things, pay the bills, all that jazz, put food on the table, important things in life. So things that I've been up to on June and July. First of all, we got a baby seagull. It fell down from the ceiling. It was a miracle seagull that fell down upon us on inside our apartment building. The roof has a hole on it, supposedly, apparently, and seagulls nest there, and baby seagulls then walk around inside the roof, and they fall down into the stairwell. And since our apartment is one of the top ones, we are the ones who get to witness the seagulls inside the apartment building. It had happened before, and she turned out dead, and this one was living, so we ended up picking it up, bringing it inside, trying to figure out what the hell to do. Contacted the condo administration. They absolutely ignored us, had no reply since then, and it's been well over like 3 weeks now, something like that. No reply whatsoever. I'm going to complain at the next meeting that we need another condo administrator, because this is not the first time that they ignore an important email. Anyways, it's not what this video is about. This video is about what happened in June, July. So we've been taking care of this seagull, looking up how to babysit a seagull, what places we could turn the seagull to, and the internet said that the best thing you can do is try to place it back next to the parents so that they start feeding her again. We decided to try putting it on a small balcony that we have. And the seagull parents did notice her, heard her, and they show up, and they regurgitate some food, and they shit all over the place. So now we have a very white balcony full of seagull shit that we need to clean up eventually. And the seagull is almost like it already changed her feathers and everything. Already has proper feathers. Still not white, still a bit brownish, but she already has feathers that on wings that seem like they should be able to fly. So, and from what I read on the internet, seagull chicks take 2 to 3 weeks to start flying, and this one's been with us for 3 weeks now, so she definitely should start flying out soon, we hope. We fed her a little bit in the beginning. We haven't been feeding her on the last week or so because the parents come by, so it's the parents' job to try to help her out, and we don't want her to be dependent on our food. So yeah, she's doing well, and we are looking forward for her to fly away and find her own life outside of our balcony. And then we'll have the wonderful job of trying to clean up all the seagull shit that has ingrained itself into the balcony floor. So that was one of the happy things that's been happening in June. Then I got the netlabel release that I was working on for a couple of months, synthwave release that I was doing for Enough Records. Finally managed to put it out, finish all the mixes, got all the feedback from all the artists, corrected everything, packaged everything, uploaded to all the places. It's been out since 27th of June. Also going to be released on commercial platforms online as well on the 11th of July, I mean. So Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, all that crap, radio, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, all those platforms that exist. There are commercial or streaming services. They will also have the compilation. Took a few days also spamming to a lot of different people, going through YouTube channels that support synthwave music of some shape or form, Twitter accounts, and just mailing everyone a message saying, okay, here's our latest release. If you want to use it on your channel or on your mixes, that would be awesome. Please take a listen if you can. Got a few responses back, which was cool. the ratio of DJ/promoters who reply to random emails of stuff is slightly higher than the number of artists that I tried to contact for the netlabel, for the release itself, who replied back. So I got more submissions from random people out of nowhere than from people who I actually asked for a track, which is a bit depressive, because you would expect that if someone is asking you specifically for something, it's because they know your work and they're trying to help promote you. And people don't seem to give a shit. They don't want promotion, so it's fine. I mean, it's not fine. I get a little bit annoyed about it, but at the end of the day, it's the artist's prerogative to decide where they want to release. So if they don't want to release through Enough Records, even though Enough Records is organizing something that they should technically, in terms of genre and artistic direction and marketing direction, try to capitalize on, and they don't, it's their prerogative to do so. As an artist myself, it doesn't make any sense that anyone would just ignore those kind of emails. But you know, people on the internet, it's normal that they ignore random email from random person. Maybe I should have written it a bit better, more pretending that I'm their buddy or something, or that I met them previously. I don't know. Anyways, that's all in the past. Doesn't really matter. Release is out. I spammed it. Some people have been helping promoting it as well. One YouTube channel even got like 2,000 views on the first week of play. On our own Enough Records channel, we have like 30 views, and they got like 2,000. And they're not even that big of a channel. They have like less than 1K subscribers, I think, which was interesting. So yeah, more viewers than subscribers. That's always a plus. So well done, and thank you everybody for the support on promoting the release. Always wanted to release some synthwave on Enough Records, so cool that we're finally doing something, and got some contacts with other people as well, of other artists that may release in the future on Enough, so that's cool. More stuff that happened in the end of June and beginning of July. I got COVID officially. Well, not officially. The wife got tested and she was officially with COVID. Me and the kid got exactly the same symptoms, so we're pretty sure that it's COVID, but I didn't really test. And it's the second time that we have the exact same symptoms. The kid starts with a weird sort of difficulty breathing thing, where it just wheezes at night, during the night on the first day only. Then the second day he's okay, and he doesn't have any snot whatsoever on that. That's why it was so weird. And the first time he had that, we took him to the doctor, and the doctor said it was probably allergies, because everything else, respiration-wise, was fine, according to her. And then he just gets the cough and sneezing, and same as us, and we have something similar as well. It's like in the back of the throat, this thing. We ended up with some cough and some weird expectoration. And the stomach always also feels a bit weird, probably because we're swallowing some of that stuff, and it's probably not good for you, not good for the stomach. So your intestines also suffer from that. Kid had a little bit of diarrhea because of that, but nothing as bad as gastroenteritis or stuff like that. So he was mostly fine. Had fever for I think a couple times one of the days. Other than that, he was pretty much okay, just coughing a bit. Now he's pretty much okay. Christina still has some cough. I'm pretty much okay, still have some expectoration here, but it's fine. But as I mentioned, I think we had the same thing that we had about 1 month ago. So I think it's the second time that we catch COVID, probably a different strand. Otherwise, we'd probably be immune. But yeah, COVID is real. It exists. And yeah, you get a bit train wrecked, a little bit of fever, a little bit of tiredness, but overall it was bearable. Christina got it a bit worse than we did, me and the kid. But yeah, we powered through it. Just 1 week on lockdown, and now things seem to be okay again. Now we're under a heat wave, so let's see what happens with that. More stuff that happened in June, July. The netlabel day is coming up, 14th of June, 14th of July, I mean. And when I was releasing the compilation, the main organizer, Omar, was telling me, oh, you should have waited for the release date to be on the netlabel day. So I thought, yeah, I should try to do something else specific for netlabel day. So I did this podcast. I pre-recorded it. It's already on schedule to be released on the netlabel day. It's pretty much me talking about my favorite netlabel releases and the beginnings of the netlabel scene and how I accompanied it through the years. The music groups that existed before the term netlabel was even coined, how the MP3 became a standard to those things, how Creative Commons got involved. And the different evolution of netlabels, the hybrid models that some had with some stuff free for download and some stuff for sale, physical, digital, all the different stuff. I try to bridge that and also highlight some of my favorite releases and from some of my favorite labels as well, trying to hype / name drop a few of the labels that I've been following throughout the years. So hope you check it out. It's going to be out on 14th of July. Also helped record a few promos to hype up netlabel day a little bit. So yeah, netlabel day, it's coming soon. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah. Other stuff that I've been doing, creative writing. I've been trying to get more into creative writing again. I did the short submission, and now I'm trying to write a specific story that I already had like outlined into 12 chapters. I'm trying to write one chapter, trying to write it one chapter at a time. Been procrastinating it a lot. I really hate rereading the whole thing. I hate rewriting. I hate rereading, but you need to do it to make it like as polished as possible. I've really been procrastinating it a lot, but it's been in my to-do list for a long time, and I think the story is interesting. I'm just unsure of the correct voice to be narrating it on. I should be try to be a little bit funny, a little more serious, like first person. Those are the main issues that make me procrastinate from writing it, because I know the story in my head. Still there has a lot of room to improvise, and I've been doing that on these first few chapters that I already wrote, but still can change a little bit the story overall. But I think what I really hate is all the time that you spend having to reread to make sure that what you're writing next is coherent with everything else in terms of style and then fixing everything in terms of time, if you're writing in the past tense or in the present tense, if you're writing we's instead of I's, or saying the person's name instead of he and she, a lot of times that can be a bit confusing. All those small things, I really don't like that part of the writing process. And I think that's why most of the stuff that I've written is short stories, because you just write it and then you do a pass like once or maybe twice and you're done. And everything long form that you need to constantly rewrite and reread, it just gets heavily annoying. It's not my cup of tea at all. Anyways, I've been trying to finish that. That's in my to-do list. I also have some other stuff in terms of creative writing to try to tackle this year, but I'm probably gonna save them for later in the year. I also did the demoscene report for June, as always. Planning to do another one for July as well. And July is going to be a very packed month in terms of demoscene releases. There's a lot of demo parties happening in July. So been doing a lot of inercia organizing stuff, both to officialize the organization as an association that Genio been leading, but also I'm involved since I'm the president apparently. So yeah, I've been involved with that as well, and trying to promote new stuff for Inercia. We have a couple new compos that have been championed. The main one is the ZX Spectrum demo competition, which I'm hoping will bring the Portuguese developers of ZX Spectrum to be active again in the demo scene and participate with something at Inercia, and international people as well to submit something for Inercia. I still have to do the rounds internationally to poke everybody to do a release, but still like 5 months off, I think, has time. I'm waiting at the end of the summer, then I'll start pinging people more officially. Meanwhile, I did some contacts with the Museum of ZX Spectrum in Portugal in particular. They're also helping sponsor the competition, publishing on their media sites, and hopefully that will get some more participants to know about the demo scene in Portugal in particular, and ZX Spectrum demo scene. That is the point, that is the mission, that is the goal. Let's keep trying to promote it, and hopefully some people will help promote the competition and participate in the competition. I want to do something for the competition myself, because I'm done with evoke stuff. I'm gonna go through Gatsman's seminar. I'm gonna pick up a book on coding machine code for Z80. I'm gonna try to do something for the ZX Spectrum. That's one of the promises that I have for myself. And speaking of evoke, that's one of the main things that I'm aiming at right now. I already have an entry somehow done, still waiting on Genio to finish up the music, retouch the music on that, but it felt pretty much finished. And I'm thinking maybe trying to do something else, but I'm not sure what. Had a couple of ideas, silly ideas, which is always good, for either doing a 64K, because Evoke has a 64K competition and there are never that many people releasing 64K entries. So that would be a good way to get an accidental position that would get me some sort of award that would compensate the flight costs and hotel costs. That's one of my main decisions on figuring out what compo to do, or just do a demo if it's too big for some reasons. I had this very stupid idea. We were talking on Discord about pole arms and the difference between different pole arms, and I thought of doing maybe a demo or a 64K about different pole arms that exist and the different names that they have, trying to differentiate them. Because there are a lot of difference between different pole arms and alterbirds and albirds and all those kind of things. A pitchfork is not an albird. They're quite different, and it would be important to make sure that the world knows the differences between different pole arms, and it would be the world's first pole arm throw. And I think it's an important quest. It's just as good as any topic for a demo as anything else I can remember. Not sure how I would get 64K music for that. That wouldn't just be like generic crap. So that's one of the main reluctance things that I've been doing with the 64K, and deciding that maybe I need to do a demo out of it. Also would have to model some pole arms, which is somehow doable, but I'm running a bit out of time and I'm not that good in 3D stuff anyways. But it should be possible to do in my skill set, I mean, and in time for Evoke. Still 4 weeks left. Trying to finish up this creative writing thing and then focus on the rest of Evoke stuff, but we'll see how things go. Yeah, so that's mostly the stuff that I've been doing. I also did this video about a guy that construction worker that promised us to do some work and that he just disappeared, and I spent a few evenings hunting him down, and it's an ongoing thing. So I released the video yesterday, even though it's been recorded 2-3 weeks ago, maybe more, because I was waiting on an official complaint forum to see if it goes anywhere or not, and it's just been ignored. So I will do a follow-up on that video. I have a few more fronts that I want to try to contact the guy through to see if he finally replies or not. I managed to get a hold of him. And once I check out those and they come back as going nowhere as I expect them to do, then I will have a follow-up video to give a follow-up on what's been happening on that case, because apparently some people enjoyed it, and I think it was fun as well. I think it was done tastefully. I tried to keep it as neutral as possible, not give any negative thing. It's just a story of what is happening, and not have any call for actions for people to do any bad thing. Yeah, so I think it's unacceptable. I just didn't want to make it like a personal vendetta sort of video. That was my main aim out of it. Try to avoid that, and I think I did an okay job with that, so I'm happy with it, and I think it's okay. And yeah, let's see how the situation evolves, and I'll eventually do an update video on that as well. So yeah, those are the things that I have coming up next that you can expect to see me rant about on Discord or on social media or on the YouTube channel if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Hit the little bell thing to get notifications when new things show up. Yeah, see you next time. Bye bye, everyone. Take care.